up guys, my name is Alex and today we have another car here for review, and this one is going to be an M6, the V10 version. So here we go. So basically this is the E63 Coupe and this is the M6. It came exactly the same engine as the E60 M5, V10, naturally aspirated. This thing sounds like exactly a Formula 1 car, and it sounds just so beautiful, even with the stock exhaust which it has on right now. Personally, in my opinion, this is probably one of the most fun cars that you can drive, but for me it's a little too much problematic because legit, any time that you drive it, it's going to give you another issue. Like for instance, right before we drove out, DSC issue, and before then there was an injector that wasn't plugged in all the way, and just things start to fly, things start to break, things start to move around because of the power and everything else that this car has. Okay, carrying on. Front. These brakes are just ginormous, and obviously you're gonna have drilled rotors because what other performance car wouldn't have drilled rotors? These calipers are also very massive, and you can just legit feel the stopping power in the car. See, it stopped so hard it already rubbed away the fender liner. Moving on to the back, big brakes as well, nothing new here, quad tips. This looks gorgeous, and honestly this whole car, how wide it is, everything about it, just it's so beautiful. I have to say my least favorite thing about this car is probably gonna have to be the front. It just kind of looks like a little, I don't even know what to call it, like a little puppy. I don't know what to call it, it just looks hideous. But you know what, it's still badass and I still like it, so. And I think everybody wants to hear what the car sounds like, so here's a few clip shots. So instantly, I'm gonna mention this. This is a very long car. It's a very big car. It's not for little kids. So I gotta move my seat up a little more. All right, so let's start driving. So this is an unknown platform to me. This is a SMG transmission, the DCT these cars came with. So I'm gonna be giving you my first and foremost review of this transmission. Because I haven't driven it yet. Wow. Instantly I can say a few things. Right when you punch the gas pedal, it feels so good. Like riding in a roller coaster. And the owner of this car, he just told me that this is without the M button, so this car has an M mode that you can press for more fun. So before the M button, it's at only 400 horsepower, but then after, it's at a full 500. So obviously I want to give that a try right now. Downshift. Button adds so much. It's like a brand new car. That's like stepping out of something else and jumping into a whole other car. That's crazy. Just from one push of a button. That's insane. I truly just don't have words to explain the speed of this car. I thought my M3 was fast. This, I can't even explain. I have no words. This is just stupid fast. The brakes also, if I can add, those, as soon as you step on them, the whole car just stops, and the same way that the car pushes you back into the seat, it lifts you right back out. All right, so I had to turn on my little light because it's getting a little dark. Should have done this a little earlier, but that's okay. So, seeing how this car chugs gas, I think you can guess where we're going to next. Truly, this car, from my experience so far, this is probably the best thing that I've driven to date, because driving this thing, I feel so spacious. There's enough space for everything, and I'm a small person and I have to move up. words for this thing. That's crazy. Obviously a ton of smiles, tons of emotions. It just puts you into a different world, honestly. Like that's just how I can explain it to you guys, because the way that I drive the E36 versus this E63, that's just crazy. And this thing, the faster that it goes, the more it wants to go, the faster it wants to accelerate. So another thing is the exhaust sound of this car. Sounds exactly like an F1 car, and this is with all the mufflers, all the restrictions, everything is on. And just to have a stock exhaust to come out of the factory like this, that is completely crazy, because for an E36 you have to do so much work. You have to cut off so much mufflers, so much resonators just to put a straight pipe to have it sound a little bit just like this car, and still it's a far ways to go. Truthfully, in this car I just want to keep going. I just want to keep pressing on the gas pedal. Maybe it's because it's not my car, I don't know, but from what I feel in this car, I don't even want to drive an E36. I'm just kidding. So on the way to the gas station, there's one more thing that I want to talk about. It's the performance of the suspension. This thing, I just throw a corner at it, it takes it, no problems. You would expect a boat like this to kind of start oversteering or understeering or start showing body roll, but honestly, I don't feel much of that in this car, and that's crazy for me, because in the E36 I need to do coilovers, bushings, a bunch of upgrades. For this car, this is all stock. There's nothing that's been changed on this car. The whole car is perfectly stock, no modifications have been done, and that's crazy. I can't even understand how that works. I think my next car after the E36 is gonna be a E63. Just gonna swap the two numbers over. So another thing that I would want to talk about is how this car has aged, and in my opinion this car has aged very well, because in the cars that you drive nowadays, like Hyundais or a Honda or something like that, even BMWs, this is relatively exactly what it sounds like. It's so quiet in the car. I don't have to talk loud to talk to someone. This being a performance car, it should be loud, it should be obnoxious, it should be annoying, but honestly it's quiet. It feels like a regular daily driver. Pressing the M button, putting it back into 400 horsepower, and just sitting back, throwing on the cruise control, it's just a regular daily driver, just nothing to it. But then once you check who's behind you, you check those mirrors, you press that M button, open that window a little bit, put it in sport mode, downshift, and just go. As soon as you press that M button, this car becomes a completely different animal, and also its fuel tank turns on, because you're always going to be out of gas. But yeah, this car it feels so different. It's that raw power, you just feel it. I don't know how to explain this, it's crazy. So watch this, I want to show you guys this really quickly. This thing is a chick magnet. Look, I just pulled up to the gas station. This thing is a big chick magnet. Ready? Okay, maybe not really, but still. This thing looks really good. So seeing how this is not my car, I don't have to fuel it up, so that's a bonus perk for me. The most common view that the owner of this car sees. Oh, it's done? Psh, say less. So, being in the gas station, there's some coverage, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you hear what the exhaust sounds like. That was a quarter tank right there.